Damn, Inglourious Bastards. What a good movie that taught me a lot about other cultures. You know?
Yes.
That's how it is. Here we go. Once upon a groove on an old soul tune. I watch the pen move to shape the breakthroughs. Who makes moves, maneuver in the right direction? The rest of you get left behind and messed up in this session. I'm not trying to make a difference. Maybe some.
Speaking of that, welcome to the show, everybody.
Hey!
Episode 184. 85. Yeah, that's right. We're still an episode behind. It's my fault. I'm Travis.
Hi, I'm Dylan.
We're a podcast that takes place in bars and restaurants. We like to have some drinks and talk about things that have happened over the week, or just talk about whatever things bars bring out of us.
Stuff.
We do it with interesting people. We got Adam McWaters over here.
Hello.
Our beard and our luck dragon.
Yay.
A guy who's generally interested in everything.
Yeah, most things.
Most things, yeah. But interested in most things.
To some degree.
Some degree. We got Martin Urbano coming on for the last time before he leaves for New York, and I wanted to get a little segment out so when he sits down, we can just go straight into having like a longer time of talking about.
He's
him.
in the green room. Let's not hold back.
He's
He's reached a level of celebrity that's just too good for this show.
I mean, that is literally just cardboard painted green and built right by one of these train cars.
And to be fair, I haven't told you guys this. He's actually just working the green room. He's actually setting the Skittles aside for when Trump is on the show.
Oh.
He wants only brown Skittles, which I don't think he knows, or M&M's.
thought they all orange Skittles, but
No. He hates that joke. They have to be as big as his penis.
well, those are the same size.
Yes.
The approximation is striking. Yeah.
Same shape, too.
Ooh, that's weird.
It is weird. That was weird. So he's in the green room and he'll be coming out here in a little bit. But I wanted to say, what's been going on, guys? I know, Dylan, you've been pretty busy.
Mm-hmm.
Work stuff.
Yep. Just crazy deadlines. Had to put in a bunch of extra hours work.
And you've been
11 days straight.
11 days straight.
That's always fun.
And you've been so busy that you haven't been able to see what's happening this week as much, but you still know about the RNC.
The only thing I have
How is that
seen,
possibly avoidable?
Yeah, no, really. The only thing I've seen, like, the past week has been a blur, except for the RNC. And that's because all my deadlines were met by Tuesday, so I was just doing cleanup and other stuff.
Yeah.
So I was able to go home at normal hours and actually watch the TV and
watch a little, get your tubes on.
actually cook myself some food.
Do you have anything on TiVo anymore?
I don't have a TiVo.
Or like a DVR? Do you
I still have a DVR, but I'm about an inch and a half away from cord cutting.
I was going to say.
Yeah, man, do it. Do it.
Well, I've already went a couple of rounds of Time Warner about a month or so ago and chopped $75 off my cable bill.
Not
Nice.
good enough.
I was a dick when I called, but I was a nice dick when I called.
Sure.
Like
of those.
the rep picks up the phone. He's like, my intention was
A dad with knowledge.
yeah, well, yeah, no, exactly. Like, my intention was I'm going to
Shit,
either
this guy knows.
yeah, I'm either going to cut this thing off or I'm going to negotiate a bit rate.
Yeah.
I know they do it all the time.
Yeah, of course.
So as soon as the rep picks up, I said, how did I phrase it?
I'd like to cancel, please.
Oh, no, I said, well, I'd already bounced around like the phone system to put me into do you want to leave, cancel your service? I got to that point. So I'm already in that queue. So my phone rings, or answers on, hi, here's the thing. Are you in escalations?
Yeah.
If you're not, do you have the capacity to do the things they do? Because this is a call that's keeping me as a customer. What are you going to do for me?
Right.
Now let's talk.
Right,
They said, what's your name, sir? What's your name, please, sir?
Right. Yeah.
Like, I just want you to know where this is starting off.
It's not your fault.
Yeah.
Unless you're keeping me from talking to
Yeah.
escalations.
Exactly.
For example.
And to Time Warner's credit, that rep was phenomenal. She was awesome. I was really happy about that.
Yeah, people who call in it's a loss leader for cable companies, especially for Time Warner, as far as I can tell, because they have it all installed. So exactly in a year, it goes up $50, and you call and say, "I don't want that," and they say, "Okay, here's a $50 discount." Like, that's stupid.
We'll lock you in for another year at this rate.
And when I switched to Grande has they don't do that, like, or at least they don't do it. No, they haven't done it in like 3 or 4 years. They do not do that for me. And when Time Warner called me up and they were like, "Hey, you think about switching back?" I was like, I would, and it's not your fault, but I know the way you guys work, and this is the only company I've ever had to not talk to on a yearly basis, and I love not talking to people I don't need to talk to. So have a good day.
Nice.
Yeah.
But
If they ever call again, I'll just say, "Is this escalations?" Dylan sent me.
It worked. Well, I just I read an article from a Time Warner rep saying, "Yeah, I know those secrets. This is what you do. You just tell them straight out, I'm leaving.
Yeah.
Cut money off my bill."
But would you? Nope. But nope.
Well, no, I had my bill open and I was going line by line, going, "What's that? No, I don't want that. I don't need that." It's like, and of course, they shove that stupid phone service down your throat, which no one uses. I don't even know what the damn phone number is.
Right.
But on my bill, I had a line item for private listed number.
Yeah.
Not just one. I had 2 of those.
Yeah.
And I don't have I don't know what this number is.
That-
no,
what
I know it's
that
only
is-
$5,
Totally-
but that's coming off.
What that is was the added landline in the bundle that originally saved you money to get
Yeah.
into there in the first
Yeah.
place.
Well, I know what it was. It's,
Yeah.
I never used it.
I didn't even know I had one at one point. I had I think it was actually maybe Grande service because
Oh,
they
and
did a super bundle for
You
a
see
bit.
the caller ID on the TV?
Yeah, on the TV. I was like, oh shit, someone's calling me. Where? Why does my TV know someone's calling? Answer it, TV. Tell them I'm busy. Let's take our first break, and we'll come back when Martin gets here, and we'll talk to Martin.
Wipe the dust off the canvas and wait till we break.
Is it like a thunder blanket? Is it like always kind of like, does it like hold you?
Deep groove, and the night's new. What a feeling, what a nice mood. A bam, boom, rock. We're here to rock. It's like, damn, what a
Welcome back to the show, everybody.
Hey!
This is segment 2. Martin Urbano showed up. We're very happy. That was the first step of having a show with Martin Urbano.
Found him in the green
to show
room.
up. Good to see you, man.
Good to see you too.
How are things?
Things are great.
Cool.
Just
All right, let's take another break. We'll come back. Martin Urbano, one of our favorite comedians in town. We were lucky to be able to get him because you've been really busy, sir.
Yeah, everybody's asked me to do their podcast now that I'm leaving.
Yeah.
It's made me feel special.
Now
but-
you've been on our show a couple times. You know,
well, yeah, but you know,
they know how good you are, and they just want a piece of that action.
Well, I don't know if I'm going to go that far, but at least we were there before other people were like,
they know how good we
listen.
are, and they want a piece of our action.
No, I still don't believe that. I'm still not agreeing with that, is what I'm
I
saying.
think they were like, he would never do our podcast. Oh, he did their podcast? He'd definitely do our podcast.
Now that I can get behind.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
That makes much more sense.
That rings of truth.
Moving to the big city,
Yeah.
New York
Yeah.
City.
The
No,
biggest.
New Jersey City.
New Jersey City, the big windy.
That's right.
You're leaving in August, right?
August 7th, officially. I bought the ticket and everything.
Crazy.
Yeah,
One way.
yeah.
How much you pay for that ticket?
Pretty cheap. It was like 110.
One way, I guess.
One
that makes
way,
sense.
yeah.
Hey, yeah, that's pretty cheap.
I guess it's regular price for a one way.
So tell people who haven't heard everything about you, your entire life story. Now,
Okay, well-
you're a stand-up comedian here, and you are moving to New York because not only you have a person there that you like to see more than once a month, I guess, but it's a big step for you, right?
Thank you. Yeah, it's the next natural step from here.
Yeah.
But I guess it happened a little bit sooner than I thought it would. But so did a few other things, and yeah, just the total right call to make right now. And so,
Awesome. No, you're still
I'll keep
young.
coming
This
back,
is the
too.
time to do it.
yeah, and if I just flame out, I can still move back home. You know. Not even here. I would never return here. If I flame out, I'm never coming back here. I will go back home and quit comedy, probably, or move to Portland or something.
I hear that's even
Go
worse.
by a different name.
Urban Urbano. Is it because you're worried that? Well, is it because of your own embarrassment, or are people?
No,
catty
it's,
here, like-
I'm just
Okay,
joking
okay.
around about
I
it. Yeah,
don't
no,
know
it's-
because that might actually be plan B. You know.
if Austin is such a great town. I have luckily burned no bridges
Yeah.
yet. I got another week here.
but that book's still full.
Yeah, no. If I had to come back here, or I just say back home because I assume it'll be money wise that I'd have to flame out.
Sure.
So that's why I moved back. But if I still had money and there was an opportunity here, I follow opportunities as of now.
Sure.
Stop throwing stuff.
I just littered.
Oh, you littered.
Last ditch messing with Texas.
Already.
Take that.
Pump ass.
Lodestar State my ass.
There you go.
So my natural question is, why New York instead of LA?
A few reasons. One,
Yeah.
I've been working as a delivery driver for like a year now.
Yeah.
And I'm just kind of sick of driving for a bit, and I can't imagine going to you got to be a pro up there to deal with all that traffic. I sit on 35 here, and I want to murder everybody. I can't imagine over there, and it just seems like stage time is just more readily available in New
Is it?
York.
Okay.
I just give it a walk. I can sit on a subway for 20 minutes, and then I'm there, and I get to work on my set while I'm,
Yeah, sure.
It just seemed to make a lot more sense that way. Plus, My girlfriend's up there, and I'd love to see more of her.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good answer.
That's a really good answer. Well, I didn't know if you wanted to bring her up or not. You know, she went up there for the same reason.
I don't want to talk about it. No.
It's a lot of editing to do, but okay.
That's personal.
No, what is she? She went up there for the same reason.
She's going to grad school up there.
Oh,
She's
cool.
been up
Ooh,
there
fancy.
for a year. I think she's got a year or two more on her program. And also comedy. So
Right.
it was just like, there's a kind of, she got a scholarship, so free reason to go there,
Yeah.
basically.
Nice.
She had savings.
Reunited. Is she going to let you stay in her house, or are you going to?
No.
Yeah.
No, actually, I'm planning on dumping her the second I get there. It's just sort of,
Perfect. Now that's the kind of comedy.
I'm only answering for interview questions that it's even slightly because of her. I just want, America to like me as a person, but second there, cheating on her instantly.
Of course.
17 girls.
Of course.
That's why New York.
I assume it'll be that easy.
Too many opportunities.
That's
Too
how
many.
easy it is.
I mean, there's a lot of people there. It's very dense. I'm sure.
And-
Just play the numbers, right?
Yeah. So you're moving to Brooklyn to be hipster?
I'm moving to Brooklyn because it's cheaper.
Oh,
I'm moving to Bushwick.
I don't know what that means.
Me either. I barely learned because people kept asking me, and I was unprepared.
Enough just to answer the question.
Yeah, I asked somebody else who had lived in New York, and then I was like, I don't know where it is, but it's at this stop and there. And then they did some Google mapping, and Bushwick.
Oh yeah,
Alright,
that old
alright.
chestnut.
Oh yeah, my mom's from no. I don't know nothing about New York at all. I know Brooklyn's a thing. I knew it was cheap, but I also thought it was cheap, relatively, only $40,000 for an 800 square foot apartment.
Yeah.
Or something along those lines.
I'll be
I think
sharing a basement. So it'll be cheap. That's why it'll be cheap. Sorry, I cut you off. I just stared at you if you were going to finish that.
We're not
I
going to
wasn't.
judge you. Yeah. Congratulations.
Also,
no,
I'm
it's a
fine.
big step.
I
and
So I haven't figured out how to be funny about it yet. I'm just giving you all the facts.
There's got to be some ammo.
Usually
there.
I do some twists and some turns, but
Well, once you cheat on her, that's good
oh yeah, I
storytelling
had that
material.
good old. Well, that wasn't a joke either. That's true. I was being true. These are all facts.
Go to a stoop sale.
A what sale?
A stoop sale.
What's that?
That is like a garage sale, except that it's in Brooklyn.
they don't have garages.
Yeah, 'cause
Right. That
Garages.
makes sense.
Yes.
I've always wanted a stoop. I like that word.
I've always wanted a
Romantic.
basement.
Yeah. That's true, man.
Two things you just don't get in
Basically,
Texas.
Just don't get in Texas. Yeah.
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 That 70s show created an unrealistic expectation of basements for kids.
That's one of the greatest things about Milwaukee is they all have basements.
Sure.
And
Is it because of tornadoes?
no, it's because
Oh,
they're
no.
a frozen fucking shithole.
Oh, right. Ice tornadoes? Is that a
Sure.
thing?
Yeah, ice
Ice
nados.
nados, yeah.
Whoa.
I think that actually is.
And while they're not real sharks,
Yeah.
they're ice sculptures of sharks.
David Blaine was throwing a party. Just picked it all up and threw it. Yeah. He does throw a good party, though.
David Blaine.
Yeah, his ice sculptist is really good.
Yeah.
So what else is going to happen for the next, 2 weeks?
I'm just
Just
doing
picking up shows.
Well, I'm only here for another week. Yeah, I'm doing just shows every single night, and
Yeah.
I have not started packing. Luckily, I don't have things. I'm too poor to afford any real furniture or anything. Yeah, exactly. I got to find a box. I got to put in the one sweater I have. I got a lot to do. And then the week after that, I'm going back home.
Ah, okay.
To see my parents before I abandon them forever. Yeah, and then
That'll be a
and then
special moment.
But I'm flying out from Austin because it was like $200 cheaper
Of course,
here.
of course, yeah.
Back, even though it's like a 5-hour drive away, it is $200 extra to fly from Brownsville to where am I moving?
New Jersey still, I think, right?
New Jersey City.
The boroughs of New Jersey City. Man, it's crazy. Because when you post, I'm sure there's a lot of sentiment where it's like, you just want to say yay, but also kind of boo. It's great for you, but I'm going to be selfish. I think you're pretty rad.
Oh, that's real sweet.
Only
I
being
don't
able to
know.
hang out with you in podcasts is all right, well, enjoy New York. I'll never see you again.
I feel like a lot of people have had that reaction. It's very sweet of them, but I know if I stayed here, everybody would be like, oh.
Enough of this. You're still
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
Martin's mad.
You know
again.
what? I decided between sad and glad, and you know what? We were pretty glad that you were gone.
Change it back to a smiley face. Yeah.
More stage time for us.
Vanessa says hi. Speaking of people who are
Oh
sad to see
yeah,
you.
where
She was here
when
last
did you-
week. And,
last week.
Yeah.
Cool. How was her episode?
Oh, she's great.
It was great.
She's she's so funny. Yeah, she's cool. I wanted to have her. I'm having like a going away show next week. I wanted to have her on, but she's going to be out of town in New Orleans, or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. She told us about that.
Yearly trip.
She's a talent. But enough about her.
Make it conversation.
Okay.
Well, shit. So, yeah, what do your parents think? Are they excited for it?
I think they always knew this was in the cards, so they're not too.
Wait, New York or
worried about
abandoning them?
But, both,
Yeah.
obviously. Whether it be moving, suicide, whatever it was.
Well, the choice is Brownsville or suicide or anything else. Yeah, you assume not Brownsville is the answer to that
Flip a
question.
coin at that point. Yeah.
Yeah, Brownsville.
Exactly. Wait, you've been to Brownsville?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
not exactly the land of opportunity.
Hey, I disagree.
Really?
They got a Cheddar's.
Oh,
Actually,
snap.
one of my least favorite franchise restaurants in the world. That's
My little
wonderful.
sister just started working there
Oh, I'm so sorry.
as a hostess.
Oh, it's at least better.
She's
than
gonna be a
having
Twinkie. Come on, it's the hostess
Uh-huh. Yeah.
brand. I'm gonna go to New York tomorrow.
Just don't take that joke.
I got
with
so
you.
I gotta go right now.
Is there anything about your upcoming move that's just you find slightly terrifying?
Flying. I'm still not good at flying.
Yeah, flying
yet.
sucks.
I
You'll
get
survive.
very nervous about all that kind of stuff, and that you hear horror stories from other comics all the time, and
Yeah.
I'm like losing a bag.
Right,
To me, that's a horror story.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you don't have any stuff, so you're okay.
Just the
So
one
what?
box.
Oh yeah.
If you lose that sweater,
if they exactly,
Yeah.
that's everything I got.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
It gets cold up there. It gets. You're
That's
gonna
what
need
I-
that sweater.
That's what I hear. I got to buy a blanket.
Yeah. You got to buy a jacket.
Gloves.
Get out of here.
just move up to duvet. Okay, not a blanket.
Yeah, baby
Just
steps,
get yourself a duvet.
I didn't know what duvet was for the longest time, and then somebody had like a joke about it, and like I think maybe John Mulaney or somebody. And I feel like that's how I learned a lot about white people things is just through stand up and people complaining about it. I'm like, I got no clue what that is, but I'm gonna piece it together via context clues.
Well, that's why I made the reaction when you said when you
That's how I get through life.
you hear other comedians or other people talk about, mostly comedians talk about flight and like their horror stories, and I'm like, well, yeah, their horror stories are most likely 30% fake. I mean, you can't even get peanuts on planes anymore, right? So
Yeah, you can on JetBlue.
JetBlue does, do they?
Peanuts
Hell
and
yeah, they
blowjobs.
do.
That's their tagline.
Damn it! I need to fly more.
and they have more leg room.
That's first class specifically.
United also.
Really?
I flew United.
I think you have to ask for them.
I keep flying.
No, Virgin. Virgin.
I get pretzels and then I get these like waffle cookies.
What are you flying?
Usually Southwest.
What's my mom's first name? Frontier. Frontier has weird stuff.
Your mom's first name is Frontier?
Yeah. Middle name actually.
Oh,
Yeah.
family name.
It's a family name. Yeah.
Frontier, come in. It's time for dinner.
I haven't had peanuts on a plane in a really long time. Like, use this. This is
I
great
just
material.
had some. I pocketed like a second for later. It was great.
No, I never got peanuts.
Wait, you're flying first class too, right? That'd also be weird. The weirdest thing for first class to have just peanuts.
All
So like
peanuts
that
you
was
can eat,
the
right.
one advantage they had.
You can get them early. It's the easiest way. Before you take off, you get your orange juice.
Whenever else is boarding, like, you want some peanuts now?
Rip them open.
Don't let the plebs see.
Don't I feel fancy?
Have you guys ever ridden first class?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I mean, you had points because you for work.
I
you
flew first class to and from Hawaii a couple times.
Oh
yeah.
damn!
Had the opportunity to upgrade.
No,
for,
not
like,
bragging, but
Yeah,
I mean, it
you
really was
dick.
fucking
That
awesome.
sounds great. That's the best way to go to Hawaii,
It really
or
was
to leave
awesome.
Hawaii.
It really was awesome. Especially leaving, especially on one flight, because I had one of the sleepy lie-down things, like a 6-hour flight.
Like a bed?
overnight. Yeah.
Like a cot.
A sleepy lie down thing.
a hammock.
Sleepy lie-down
That's
thing.
a white person thing. Just letting you know. We call them sleepy lie downs.
But no
Yeah.
peanuts, though.
Could you
Well,
take an air mattress on an airplane?
And a little,
I mean, I guess you can't block the hall or whatever. Is that like a fire hazard? I don't know. If there's a
Yes.
fire on a plane, you all die. But
Just tell them you're really, really paranoid and you want them to have your own flotation device and have it inflated the entire way. Just like, no.
yeah, I think if there's a fire on the plane that's bad enough, like the least of your worries is the guy blocking the hallway.
exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
sleeping.
Where are they going to run to? You know. I mean, I guess those emergency exits, but
oh, good idea. Genius is the back of the
there's
plane.
like 3 of them.
maybe near the cockpit.
In,
There's
the
they have
cockpit.
some room. They have some, in the cockpit. They got plenty of room.
Yeah, they have tons of room. Yeah.
I'll just on top of the buttons.
You'll have to step over their air mattresses, though. So.
You got this. I got this. Will you hold my hand while we're sleeping?
Again, Ted?
Sorry, you know, night terrors. I've only been able to fly first class one time because it was like once in a while they'll say, I don't even know how this even makes sense. It was like $50 for an upgrade. It was my first flight to Las Vegas.
Ah.
So that was kind of cool. It's like Vegas first
Damn.
class, but it was like $50. I don't know why they wouldn't just leave the thing empty. You know, like $50 is not enough for them to like.
$50.
Well, yeah, but like for me to sit there and be like, yeah, first class is cool, guys. Everyone sit next to me. Like,
I think that's brilliant because $50. It is still money. Very little, but it's still
Yeah.
money.
Yeah.
Plus, they get to like trick somebody into like getting addicted to first class.
Yeah, yeah,
and now that you like it, you're
got the
you're
carrot.
probably more
like
willing to
like
shell
the-
it out next time. And next time it might be $100.
I
And
do-
next time it's
I do-
$150. And then soon enough, now you're riding first class.
well, why not make it free then?
Plus, it's
You know?
also just nice. You know,
It
that's
is-
like their
yeah,
charity.
It is. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice of them.
I've never been on first class. I think the only possibilities of me being on first class is either somebody made a mistake or I stole someone's identity.
I went full on the spectrum too. Like I didn't know what to do with myself. Like how to order drinks. Like I was trying to not be like, should I be wearing a
Just go.
tie? Like yeah. I'm not gonna, like how do I show them that I've done this before for $50?
In my Cy Thomas shirt.
It's like 6 whiskeys and Diet Coke. What do rich people drink? Penguin tears.
you guys got cocaine? You guys got cocaine?
Every time you're flying from now on, you just whisper to the guy next to you, I used to be up there. Oh.
Or some kid you have to step aside.
It's a 4-year-old.
That used to be me up there, kid.
Don't do it once.
Don't be like me.
You'll regret it forever.
Step on whoever you can to get in there, kid. Abandon your parents.
Yeah, see, sounds like a terrible. Never do it again.
Yeah.
I mean, next time.
All right.
It's like $1,000, isn't it? Like normally, like an extra $1,000 to fly first.
Depends on where you're
Depends on where you're
flying.
going,
Yeah, because sometimes it's a lot more than that.
Yes.
Okay, well, sure.
Oh,
Like
damn. I thought that was more than. I was like, 1,000. Surely it can't be that high.
No,
Is it
it's-
how? Yeah, I got no clue.
Yeah.
I don't even want to look into it.
Yeah. All right.
It'll just make me sad.
Then I won't tell you all of my vast knowledge of first class prices.
Yeah, let me know later on.
Limitless knowledge.
Later
Off
on
air,
in the
please,
future.
Yeah.
Secrets are secrets. You have a contract, all right?
No, I use miles to get my first class upgrades. I don't count. I'm still like a step above Travis with the.
You're like the
Yeah.
credit rich guy. You're like a person who lives in Westlake.
6 mortgages, whatever.
6 margaritas, whatever. Don't look at me.
I did that actually once. I was a real dick when I was in first class to a family who wanted their kid to sit next to the window.
Oh, yeah.
And I said no because I had paid $1,200 for that fucking seat. I wasn't going to give it to some goddamn kid.
Right.
Wait,
They only paid $50.
they weren't in first. They were in first
They
class.
were in first class. They were just stupid and they didn't book seats all together, so they were trying to hustle people to move around. And I was already on the plane and I already settled in. I had the window.
How much
were they
did your
gonna-
kid pay?
And basically she's like, would you mind? I'm like, yes, I would very much mind. I'm not going to move. Thank you.
Well, I can understand. If they're like, if they're 2 over here, because I've never seen first class that has more than 2 seats per row,
Yeah.
right? And if there's 2 on one side and they're like, hey, you're sitting in the aisle seat, can we have our kid so I can at least be arm's distance? That makes sense.
Well, the kid was on the aisle,
But
and the mom
literally-
was.
they're
on the
literally
aisle.
like, can our kid have a better time than you?
Yeah.
Like, that seems. Well, I mean, at least they asked, I guess.
Absolutely not.
Oh, and I know for a fact they didn't actually pay for their seats. their father did, and he was actually in the better first class in front of the one I was in.
Oh, there's a better
I was
first
in
class?
Zero class.
I was in business class. Then there was a first class.
Oh.
Oh, you're in business
Yeah,
class.
business is not
Oh,
first.
shut
No,
the fuck. Oh, you weren't in real
But that was
first
the lie down and
class.
seedy thing.
Don't even talk to me. We've all been in business class. Nah, I ride coach. I've only ever ridden coach. I just started flying like a couple years ago, and only more recently for comedy now.
Yeah.
I've flown the most I've ever flown in the past couple months, and it was like 2 flights, two out of town places.
It gets better,
You survived.
I guess.
Well, it doesn't get
yeah.
better. It just,
Some people like it better over time. is what I'm saying.
My thing I'm most nervous about is always getting to the airport
Yeah.
and dealing with security. And then after that, I'm not actually scared of the flight part like that. I'm not bothered by that. And once I'm on the plane, then I'm fine because I can navigate myself after I land.
Sure.
But I'm always just, I don't know. I always get that
that's how I
paranoia
am,
of
yeah.
missing my flight.
yeah, the stress of,
'Cause-
or if the fucking line's too long and you're like,
Yeah, exactly. So I always try to get there super early. Always, the 5 times I've done it,
Yeah.
tops 4 times. Probably. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like.
I don't wait in line.
the
I don't
process.
like the idea of losing $200
Yeah.
because that's so much
It's
money.
so
to
much
me.
money. It
That
is,
would,
yeah.
if I missed a flight, that would cripple me financially. So that's why I guess I'm so scared about it. Maybe once I have more money, I won't.
Quick hint:
but
if you
that'll never
actually,
happen.
if you actually do miss a flight for whatever reason, you simply talk to the rude lady who couldn't care less, doesn't want to be at work.
My
and then-
girlfriend.
the one in the uniform that's like for the airline, and they usually put you on the next one, which just inconveniences your entire day and all your
that's-
future plans for approximately
Oh,
4 to
damn.
6 hours.
Yeah, there's always a thing. I mean, the best
That-
way is, like, especially if they're very rude, to be as nice as possible and not ask for too much.
I definitely go into lost little boy
Yeah.
face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and people usually ask me if I need help.
Where's
good.
your mom and dad?
Work that as long as you can.
I keep a propeller hat and a lollipop in my back pocket at all times.
Are you old enough to fly alone?
Does your sweater say, if I'm lost, please call? Is that why you don't want to lose it?
Your little wristband.
Broken off. Trailing behind you, leash around your neck.
We've got an unattended major or unaccompanied.
Unaccompanied,
major.
yeah.
Damn, fuck. Would have been the perfect joke.
I'll edit it out.
Next time.
Let's take a first break and get some refills. We'll come back.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
These dusty bricks, bitters, mix, bitter cats, split,
I flew Virgin to Portland, if you know what I mean.
fly train, slowly sewing my name on the quilt. Great, wipe the dust off the canvas and wait till we breaks like damn, what a
Welcome back to the show, everybody.
Hello.
Hey.
I started recording some of that, but we're still recording it, so maybe there'll be some B-side stuff. And hear what Martin really thinks about murder.
The answer was number 6 will surprise you.
How much time do you have for other hobbies? Or for actual hobbies, actually?
I guess I
Not
have
computer.
time. I just
Don't have hobbies?
I don't. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the thing. I really don't. I was supposed to do another podcast. Well, I did another podcast. Sorry, guys. Sorry to break it. I did another
That's
one.
okay.
No, I know.
We know they exist.
I know you have dementia.
We'll always be your first.
But it was like sort of they would bring comedians on and they'd talk about a hobby of theirs or like another obsession of theirs
Right.
that they didn't that isn't comedy. But
Star
I
Wars.
could not think of one. Yeah, people are really into that. I'm like, I like it. I don't know.
Right,
I
sure.
like so many things, but I
it's not
don't
your
know.
focus, yeah.
I barely know enough about comedy to even pretend I know what I'm talking about.
You're still pretty learned.
Philosophically speaking, that is very Socratic of you, which is a good thing. Socrates had
Whom?
yeah, he had the thing. He went to Delphi and said, who's the most knowledgeable, who's the wisest man in the world? And she said, you are. And he's like, fuck you, I don't know shit. And that was the first step to the Socratic method.
To
is
comedy.
Understanding
Yeah.
that you don't know anything is the first step to learning things.
People call me the Socrates of comedy.
I heard that. Yeah,
It's not just because of the toga either. is it?
right.
It looks nice tonight. Get it clean.
You You can hit him
pressed.
up on Twitter at SocratesCMD.
How much starch did you ask them to put in when you got it clean?
Too much.
Too much. Too much.
It is starting to chafe.
In this heat. Ugh.
I don't know, are togas better for heat? Or are they like pretty?
The starch will
is it
probably
worse?
kill
What do you
any-
think?
any
Well,
vein you
let's
would have.
take out the start. Let's
Just a
pretend
a
if
natural
you know
toga.
people who are just wearing togas. Yeah, would that be comfortable or uncomfortable?
I feel like it would be-
particular.
I
And let's
think
say
it-
this Texas heat.
It's pretty
Well,
hot and greasy in
where
summer. Right?
I think where the toga was kind of a thing for a while, it would be a little bit more comfortable because they're breezy. Like
Yeah.
where you were was actually breezy, so
but
it's
like
kind of nice.
what cloth were they made out? of?
Usually linen
Yes. Yeah. Or flax.
or flax.
If you're riding first class, yeah.
Yeah.
However, like a toga around these parts for a person as white as me is not a good idea. Just like standing out in the sun
yeah.
or checking the mail or anything that
Or giving
when
a
it's not
speech.
nighttime.
Or hang out anywhere near black people where you might be considered for a
Like in
clan
front-
member.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's too much starch. Right.
Yeah.
Why is your toga so pointy?
It's just starch. It's just starch.
They double starched it, man. Also, running in a toga is probably pretty hard.
Yeah, I don't think they're really made from mobility, right? Yeah.
Well, I mean, yes, but not necessarily action.
Sure.
Yeah.
Not for line attacks, which is kind of ironic, you know.
Toga
So,
cast.
terrible lions.
They were fucking up to here in lion.
They were shitty with lions. Yeah.
Hey, so I have a question for Martin. I missed out on all the FIPA stuff. You got pretty far in that, didn't you? When he's person.
FPIA
Yeah.
was good this year. Good to me. I've made it to finals, but
Yeah.
I got drawn first, which was sort of the roughest spot. You know,
Yeah.
and not that if I had gone a different place, it would have gone different, but it was just kind of disheartening to be like, well, even if I have the best set of my life, the judges are still going to see like 11 other hilarious people murder also.
Yeah.
So it was just sort of that.
Right.
That was sort of a bummer, and I definitely didn't. Well, no, I did feel good about myself. Sorry, I did the best I could do, and
I saw
LaShonda deserved it.
I saw the shot on
absolutely,
YouTube.
and-
It was funny as hell. We actually watched it here during the show a couple weeks back.
The what?
We watched the YouTube taping of your show.
Of your
Oh,
just
my
like
set.
that.
Oh, thank you. Well,
It
that
was
one.
funny as
That
hell.
one was. I did the same jokes, but the one I have uploaded is my prelims set.
Who with your McConaughey in the audience?
Yeah. Or maybe that might have been last year actually. If it was the McConaughey bit, but yeah, no, it was a fun time, and that was one of. I had 3 goals to make before I left Austin, which were to get on Moon Tower, to feature at Cap, and to make at least finals in Funniest Person in Austin. I managed to do that all this year, which is
Time for you to
which
leave.
is great. Yeah.
Bucket listed.
Time to run. Right.
No? I mean, you're ready for the next step.
This place
Here I
is
come, New York.
bled dry. Do you have employment ready in New York?
No,
Cool.
no, I'm just.
That's not the New York way.
That's the way to do it.
That's
yeah.
romantic to me.
I'm
though.
gonna get there,
Yeah.
sort of look around what's near where I live, and just throw them a resume and just see what happens.
Find the
man.
local bodega.
I want to find the local Target, but they don't have Targets as much over there.
No, not really.
I would love to work at a Target that I live right next to.
Why?
I used to work at Target,
Oh, there
and
we go. So familiarity.
I'm a fan of the company.
Really?
So that's not a
I
bucket list
don't
thing,
know
that's
what they. Yeah, no, it's previous
Work at
experience, and I liked it there. All right, definitely enough to like work there again for at least immediately, and then if a better job came along,
Sure.
hopefully comedy will start working out in the next year or so. But yeah, I don't need a whole lot to live on, but New York's pretty expensive, so I don't know where that's going to end up being. But I think I live on less than $1,000 a month here for sure.
Oh, wow.
Damn.
Probably
How do you do that?
Probably
Well, he doesn't have any hobbies.
Probably like
Oh,
800,
yeah.
900 a month is
Oh, wow.
about how much I spend. Yeah.
I spend that much here.
That's including gas for the Delivery drive job.
Shut up, moneybags.
I'm just saying I have a problem.
Hell, all I'm saying is help.
This is a plea. Listen, someone, listen.
What are you doing with your car?
It's my parents' car. It's been theirs the whole time.
That's why
They've
you're driving
been
it
so
back.
kind
Oh.
to let me borrow it to delivery drive. So now I'm going to return their smelly, shitty, worn out car.
With 70,000 extra miles on that. Yeah.
Yeah, oh my God, I put on so many miles.
Are they driving you back to Austin?
Yeah, because they're going to Houston for a concert.
Oh.
They're going to see Guns and Roses because it is my mom's favorite band. But
And your parents are
she's
my
also-
age, aren't they?
yeah, probably. I don't know. How old are you? 24? That's how old my parents are.
In that range, yeah.
They are. They had me pretty young.
Sure.
At the age of 3, they were ready to just settle down and raise this guy.
Brownsville.
I'm pointing at
Yeah.
myself.
No, not that much to do there, right? Yeah.
Not that much to do. So the age. That's funny. That's a very humorous idea.
It's absurd. I like it.
Yeah, but so
I
they're
made
gonna
the funny man laugh. I feel good.
they're gonna
Bucket listed.
they're gonna drive me.
Next time, New York.
That's the worst bucket list.
Man, everyone's dreams are coming true today.
It is the worst.
That's, I'm hosting August 5th and 6th at the Velveeta Room.
Cool.
And I need the cash, so I'm going to do that, and then I'm flying out the next morning. So even like my technical last day in Austin, I'm not going to be able to go out and hang out with anybody. I'm going to have to just take off at like
working
6
to the
a.m., which my parents are going to drive me to also because they're
So she'll be on the run
Very
from
nice.
robbing the Velveeta room
yeah,
as you leave.
just stealing everybody's credit cards when they try to pay for the check.
Gonna need these.
Esther's Follies probably has more money to steal just in case. Because I think I've seen them too. There's like 2 huge bags with $ signs on them.
Yeah.
They're parts of props, but it's actually where they keep all their cash. So if you need last
And a
second,
big,
That's
huge
how we need
duck
to-
carrying him out to an armored car.
We need to go back to carrying bags with $ signs on them. That was the best way to transport money. As far as a wallet, fuck that. I want to carry a big sack. It's empty,
yeah. Own it.
but it's like
Own it,
shaped,
guys.
Yeah.
so that it looks
Yeah.
like there's a lot, and then you open it, and it's like just like like $20. And
it's my pillow collection and $20. I just reminded myself that there's money in there so I don't throw it away when the pillows are bad.
Fuck, I stole a penny bag again. God damn it.
And it's romantic. I'm excited for you.
It is.
Yeah, that's really cool.
thanks, guys.
It is. No, best of luck. I'm sure you're going to do great. You
Who
are.
knows, man?
You'll be flying first class back here next time is my point.
Yeah. You'll know what that's like.
What are you super
Well-
pumped for when you get there? That you know of, at least.
I don't have anything really set up. I'm just gonna kind of go and hit the mics, but I guess that is what I'm excited about. Just going and getting my ass kicked and
having mics to
nobody
hit.
know who I am,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I have to prove myself again.
Yeah.
I mean, here in Austin, I'm definitely not the tip top of the scene or anything, but being here 3 years, and I feel like I've made a lot of friends and stuff. So I have it pretty cushy up here as far as I got put on everybody's shows this past month because I'm leaving, and so everybody
Yeah.
putting me up. And
That's awesome.
fuck, do we have an amazing comedy scene, man. Just doing all of the shows and just seeing how consistently great the audiences and all the other comics are. It's been great.
That's cool.
But yeah, so once I go over there, I'm just going to have to go out and grind it and write a whole lot more. I've been having like crazy writer's block lately. I think it's anxiety related, but yeah, excited to get
Once you get
excited to
there,
get
like,
my
yeah.
ass kicked and be forced to work.
Right.
So,
That's the
Right.
best way to approach this. I mean,
Yes, it's like
yeah, that's awesome.
comedy kung fu.
I was actually thinking too, is like going to a brand new dojo,
Right.
like learning.
I'm going to get beat up today.
Yeah.
yeah.
Once you've defeated everyone in your karate school in Kentucky or whatever, you got to step up.
You probably have to go someplace that actually, has real karate schools. Yeah.
Well, it's really
Like,
hard.
it's in a McDonald's playland.
It's hard to knock someone's teeth out when they don't have any.
Sure. You're not thinking hard enough. I could teach you.
Yeah, I lived in Kentucky.
That's true. Going back, road trip.
No,
No, we're not doing that.
No, we're
veto.
All right, well, drunk ass is not going on the road then. Cool.
No, just not Kentucky. Please, God,
That's the
no,
first
not
stop. I
Kentucky.
don't know what to do. Like, we're just going to stay here? That's weird. We have to fly first class to South Carolina.
What's
No,
the
that-
biggest thing in Kentucky?
Teen pregnancy, tobacco.
Hey, yeah,
Matthew,
I set you up, you spiked it down, and I
Mouth
respect
cancer.
that. But I meant, that's just fine.
I
Like-
guess it would
like
be
the-
horses.
So I
Derby,
should have. It
equine
was a bad
sciences.
question on my part.
All right.
That's why I'm not on the other end of this. All right, I can't interview for shit. What's a big thing in some place?
What's your favorite wood?
Corn
there?
What's the biggest like city? What's the one that
The largest city is Louisville. That's how it's pronounced there. Louisville.
Louisville?
No. Too many syllables. Louisville.
Louisville.
It's only 2 syllables in a 4-syllable
Am I doing it
word.
right? Louisville.
Yeah.
How? What's the population size?
A
mil?
Around there. I think it's only like 3 million people in the whole state. but
Oh,
mostly,
in the
yeah.
whole state.
Yeah, it's not a big state.
Damn,
It's-
I'm so bad at geography that all of this really does amaze me. I know that California's big, Alaska's even bigger,
And then there's Texas.
New York's a place, and
sure.
Rhode Island's tiny, and that's like literally all I
And
got.
don't go to Florida.
Yeah.
Oh,
should
and
know
the
that as
Florida's
well.
like a penis or whatever.
Yes.
Like that's
Yes.
Down that way.
That's
yeah.
about all I got. I don't know. People say penis, and that's sort of like the go-to, but I always thought it looked like a gun, and I was always
Like
like
a gun.
fascinated
Well,
by that. I was
that's-
like, damn,
actually-
what a cool looking state. It looks
That
like a
sounds about
fucking
right
gun.
for Florida.
Guns are fucking cool, man.
Yeah.
Nah, come on.
Yeah,
I'm a liberal, or
it's a penis.
whatever,
Or-
whatever your audience is. Whatever the people listening to are, that's exactly what I am.
All right. You're right in the middle.
What is
No.
our? What do you think our audience is based on our numbers?
They're studying us for research purposes.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Right. So the liberals then.
Do we still get a lot of action from Cambridge?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We could not possibly have an audience that were, right wingish because we don't get any hate mail or complaints or threats.
Or feedback or suggestions or contacts or
We're not told how dumb we are, how wrong we are.
guests
Yeah.
or
So they're the most liberal you've ever seen.
Which reminds Travis.
oh no that's later. Yeah.
That's later.
Is it is your audience mostly in Austin? Because then that's probably like a go-to. What
so
the
much.
audience is.
Yeah, as far as our continental audience, I should say.
There's like 60% were coming from Cambridge, no Massachusetts, but from
The UK.
the UK.
Seriously.
We don't know.
We still don't know why. They won't respond to us. It's like some really boring Stephen King book.
I think they're bots. I really do. I think it's a bot.
It's a lot of.
Oh wait,
bots.
you guys
bunch
are
of bots.
serious.
I'm serious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were doing a bit.
This is
for
not a bit.
No.
No, this is life.
Wow.
This is real life for us.
40%, you say?
60%.
It was up to
60%.
it was up to 72 for a while, but
72%
But then,
of 10,
then you had
10,000.
me on a couple too many times. They're like, yeah, we don't.
then we got local. Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Does
barely
not
like
compute.
Americans. We hate Mexicans.
They Brexited us.
Yeah, they voted.
Man, that's crazy stuff, right?
It is.
Now let's not talk about it though. But let's just comment that it's crazy because I don't know anything about it. But it sounds bananas. I have seen Kingsman though, so
That's an
I
awesome
feel like
movie.
it's
all
a
you need,
great
man.
movie. I'm very
Yeah.
excited for the sequel.
That's all you need.
Yeah.
I wish Colin Firth would come back, but I also hope he
It looks like he is.
stays out though.
Look-
Like
look-
I think it's just going to be like a flashback or something.
They're
though.
foreshadowing that he's not dead. So. So, but you have seen a movie. Okay, cool. We have something else to talk about.
Oh yeah, you want to talk about movies? Well, hey, you know what? I noticed you're a One Punch Man fan.
I am, yeah.
Me too.
Yeah, man. It's
Me
excellent.
too.
What?
I watched the first season on Hulu, and it was great. I loved it.
Mm-hmm.
You a big anime guy?
I've kind of fallen off after some time. Like I used to watch
Same.
most of the big ones, like obviously your Dragon Balls.
What about them?
Your specific Dragon. I mean, we're running out of time, so no.
Oh damn!
They're
Dragon Ball,
magnificent, is what he said.
Full Metal Alchemist. I'm still watching One Piece for some reason.
I used to read a lot of manga.
I still read more than I
Oh
watch
yeah,
it.
really? Yeah. I used to do that a lot when I was like in middle school, high school, but I kind of dropped off just because money wise and comic books, same thing. I was never as big into those like regular like superhero stuff. I kind of got into those maybe later post high school, but.
Yeah. It's an expensive hobby.
It's so expensive.
Yep.
Yeah, it was very easy when I had my parents buying them every time. Walden Books. You guys remember Walden Books?
Oh, yeah.
God, shout out to Walden Books. come back.
to
You
the
know?
ghost to the ghost of
I want to
Walden
be.
Books.
I want to be rich enough that I can fund Walden Books' return.
At least one more show.
Bucket
Yeah.
list. There
That
you
would-
go.
that
Next
would
next
be-
step.
Yes.
That's my ultimate. That's my ultimate goal in comedy. If anybody asks, do you guys want to ask? Ask me. What's my biggest dream in comedy?
is your
Host my
biggest-
own talk
biggest
show.
dream?
Do Madison Square Garden? No. Bring back Walden Books.
Yeah, that's like Seinfeld money right there.
We need another.
Yeah, that's probably even more ambitious than any of those. Sponsor a whole national chain. Damn.
You can at least
Get
get
Damn,
one
I'll
to
never-
read.
You can get one back if you
I
go,
can-
you
yeah,
can
I
probably
can-
rent out a Hot Topics and
Yeah.
turn it into a Walden Books. For a
What's
day.
the legality of that kind of stuff? Like
Depends
now
on
that it's like bankrupt or whatever.
depends on the status of the corporation.
Because it used to be, it used to be a part of Borders,
Yeah.
and then it seemed like all the Walden Books is closed because Borders was suffering, and then Borders shut down completely. So
Most likely in those situations they get purchased by a bigger company, so there's probably some.
I thought
like,
that was what. How I thought
licensing.
Walden
Yeah.
Books was separate from that. Borders bought them later, and then
oh,
Borders
I think
shipped the bed.
oh
and
really?
Borders probably sold to someone else. So like, we wouldn't be surprised if Amazon or if what's the only bookstore that's still like really around?
Here?
There was also B. Dalton's.
I remember
That
B.
was a
Dalton's.
thing.
Yeah. But there's actually still a huge bookstore.
Barnes and Noble.
Barnes and Noble, yeah.
Yeah.
It's still
B&M,
attached to
B&M.
GameStops. But they probably own it. Like, just
Well,
it's a
May-
handshake.
I don't know. I
Or
thought.
Powell's Books in Portland. Because they own all the bookstores now, apparently.
Yeah. See. Okay.
I guess I'm a little bit. I don't know much about the bookstore biz. all I know is that in Brownsville, we had a Walden Books in the mall.
Right.
And then, and I remember it being a part of Borders, so maybe there was some purchase at some point. I don't know if it was the whole time, but I remember there being like a Borders membership or whatever that transferred over to like Borders proper. And then the Walden Books shut down, but there was still Borders in Houston because I would go to Houston a lot as a kid.
Yeah.
And there was still Borders in the Galleria there.
Need a refill, Martin?
And then that shut down. Oh, yeah. Can I get another?
Hey, can we get a round of lemons? Thanks.
Yeah. Yay.
But yeah, so that's my timeline of it. But yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe it was just because nobody read in Brownsville.
I'm not
Really,
sure.
they didn't. We do not have a bookstore. After like I was 13 on, and I don't think we have a bookstore. We still don't have one. The closest is an hour drive away at a B&M.
I was gonna say I thought Brownsville sounds like the
a
place
bread
that-
and neck
that would
first.
have that Brownsville would be the kind of place to have a Hastings still.
Oh, I would love a Hastings.
Hastings is gone. Like,
think it's still
there's
San Marcos
single-
and one-
there's still a couple hiding. They're
Really?
hiding out there.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
holdouts. They got guns.
they're coming for us. Hide to Nacogdoches, Texas. that was my fucking favorite store when I was in college. I would go to Hastings constantly. That's where I bought my
Yeah.
Steve Martin. He released like his TV stuff, and I remember like some specials, and I was just like dying for that box set to come out because you couldn't find it anywhere else.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe illegally somewhere, but I didn't have access
No,
to
sure.
it in any way. And at Hastings, I was like, first day there, like I went and I bought it and I just watched it all that night. I have fond memories of Hastings. I always had cool used shit.
Yeah.
I loved used shit, man.
Yeah.
You're going to love New
You're
York.
gonna love
You're
New
gonna
York.
love New York. Yeah. They still have those things.
They have bookstores.
I would prefer used. I would prefer used Nork, but yeah, or used York.
in used Nork.
Finally found this book that I heard of.
Used Nork.
Man, I can't wait for the Ken Burns,
Findings
the Ken
almost
Burns
bad.
documentary of like the last Hastings in Eagle Pass, Texas, to like hold out the new Alamo.
No, I know there's one still in Manhattan, Kansas.
The new Alamo.
This is all I have, boys.
And there's a Twitter
Don't
account.
take it.
There's a Twitter account. It's I think it's called Last Blockbuster, and it's like literally the last blockbuster in the United States. And so when people make fun of Blockbuster, they'll chime in and be like, "No, not all of them." Like that's literally their entire gag.
We're
It's like,
still
But I
here.
think the last one did close down, though, right?
did it? I mean, maybe it's a gag account.
Oh, it's just completely a gag. I don't understand gags. I should open with that. I don't understand jokes or comedy.
Look, guys, I'm moving to New York.
As a
And
comedian, that's not my job.
I'm moving to New York as an artist.
let's take a last break. Come back and do some toasts.
Hell yeah.
And that's
Wipe the dust off the canvas and wait till we break.
in used Nork.
finally found this book that I heard of.
And the night's new, what a feeling, what a nice mood. A bam, boom, rock, we're here to rock you. It's like, damn,
Welcome back to the show, everybody.
Hello. Wow.
Hello. The toast segment.
Yay.
Segment 4. Still hanging out with Dylan, of course.
Yep,
Still
finally.
hanging out with Adam McQuarrie.
Hello.
Still hanging out with Martin Urbano.
Go fuck yourself.
Sweet.
Damn.
I finally got one of my bucket list checked off. Feels good.
Now that's a
Guys,
good bucket list.
This is great. Get Martin Urbano to tell me to fuck myself.
That's very particular. So yeah, it means you earned it.
Yeah, Travis is specific.
I have this one fetish, guys. I mean, bucket list.
No, man, I see your boner.
We had a
It's all good.
shorts are they're very short. We had a friend of the show. He was talking about how he lives in Chicago and he was able to go to the house where Family Matters was filmed.
That's right.
And he said
I forgot about that.
he said that was on his bucket list. And I was like, "What else is on your bucket list?" And he's like, "That's it." He's like, "That's not a bucket list. That's just something you want to do." Like, we couldn't really nail down what
the house where on San Francisco where the Olsen twins
Full
live.
House?
Yeah,
Full
Wait, the house where it was filmed, like the exterior
just
shots.
the exterior shots. Yeah. It was
that's funny.
on his list for a while.
That was when I was in New York. That was my joke. I kept doing. I just kept pointing at things and be like, that's where they filmed Friends.
Oh my God! Someone believed you.
Nah, I
somebody
was-
went home.
More than
I
zero-
wasn't
more
talking
than
to
zero
anybody.
people.
I was just talking to Kelsey. In fact, she was the one who kind of did that as a bit to me. But she was trying to trick me, and then I turned it into just a joke. But I did steal from her, and I will steal for her for as long as we're together.
Sure.
It's
sure.
community property. I think it's fine.
Yeah,
When
it's a
you-
busy
yeah.
place too. Somebody probably passed by and went, "Oh my God, he's right."
You make a career out of that, just getting tourists fresh off the boat from
That's
wherever.
I mean,
Damn,
many
money making ideas.
Have you seen how many fountains there are in New York in
There's
general?
like
And
5 at least.
Every single one of them is where they
Like
filmed Friends.
4 or
Like,
5?
there's a Segway tour right now that's like this is where they splash around in the pool.
What they don't tell you is that they filmed in a bunch of different. They have a bunch of different shots of them dancing. Like one where Ross is like doing like a
Sure.
dance move with his neck. That was filmed in a different fountain
Of
than
course.
when Ross was doing the other dance.
That's
move. You know
the
what I mean?
premium Segway tour.
That's what NBC had so much money. They're like, let's
That's
film in 5 different locations,
$25,
not including Segway cleaning.
and children aren't allowed on that one.
So we come to our toast segment. I'll start off. Actually, everyone should do a toast. Adam, what would you like to toast?
I would like to toast to future travels and endeavors and adventures.
Dylan, what would you like to toast?
That was our lovely young Martin Urbano.
Yes, for sure.
You're gonna do well, young man.
To new
And
ventures for sure.
congratulations.
And is there anything you want to toast?
No, I actually can't do this one.
Oh, okay.
So if somebody wants to
Click it anyway.
divvy up this, I got a show in a bit.
A toast to priorities then.
Yeah. Responsibility. So again, right in the middle.
To adults.
It was
Well
either this or that, and I'm gonna just
mix
take
it up,
this as it
mix it up.
goes.
Drink
What
it
is-
fast.
What is this?
It's just lemon
lemon.
vodka.
Deep A lemon. It should probably go pretty nicely over. Yeah, that will mix.
That would taste really nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
there
Yeah.
you go. A little shot of lemon with you.
Pour it all in and drink half. Come on. You're going to New York, man.
Yeah,
Your tolerance.
That's
is
going to
gonna
cost
have-
you.
You're gonna need to. You need to. Up
That's
your
going to
game.
cost you $45 in Manhattan. So
Yeah.
enjoy it while you can.
The only reason I'm not an alcoholic, I assume, is because I only drink when given drink tickets at shows.
Okay.
It's like that's been like the perfect. If I don't pay for drinks, I don't
Good for you.
because I'm poor. It is still
Yeah.
too expensive for me, but I can do a old drink ticket. I can do free and then tip the bartender $1. That's a fair deal.
I think it's a good way to live through life.
It is.
for at least another year or two. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then once I become very sad, then of course
After you open your Walden books, you become an alcoholic.
All the drinking.
open the
Walden
books,
/bar.
open the wallet, and then pay for drinks.
Ah, shit! I should have toasted that.
Walden books.
Walden books.
No, just the resurgence of like some weird mall-based bookstore where like crappy high school kids get their first jobs. It'll be a wonderful
Damn, I
thing to
never
bring
got a
back.
chance. That would have
didn't
been
either.
great to
Yeah.
work. You didn't get a chance?
Do you remember Babbage's by any chance?
I do.
Martin? I mean, we do.
Babbage's.
Yeah, sure, but
That sounds. Did they have
it's a software store.
Oh, I thought they had baggage. Maybe that was just my stupid
That'd be
brain
great.
No,
trying to
not
equate
baggages.
something. I feel
Babbage's, yeah.
they sold baggage and cabbages, right?
They really missed out. That's the reason why they went out of business. Actually,
Yeah.
They should have stuck with their name.
Small market, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's very,
Very
niche.
niche.
Very niche. Yeah.
I need to transport some lettuce. Stat. Well,
Sorry, you came to the wrong place. This is Cabbages.
You come to the wrong store, then, Mister.
It's upstairs near the food court.
That's where the lettuce is, in the Wendy's.
This is Babbage's cabbages, sir. I'm going to have to ask you to leave.
This look like lettuce to you, boy? Yeah.
Martin, this is time for you if you'd like to, once you're finished drinking. Thank you.
I was taking a sip.
It's free. It's okay.
Go fuck
Thinking it
yourself.
sounds
If you could give us some places where we can find you online.
Pornhub.
What's your username?
Porn. Now, I'm going to abandon that bit immediately because of how much it didn't land. But
Oh, no, we got it.
I have a website now. I had to get a
No one's
website.
surprised.
MartinUrbanoComedy.com. There's nothing really special on there, but if I could use the
Yes. traffic,
if you're interested in seeing what an afternoon on Wix.com
Can
creates.
get you.
And yeah, at Martin Urbano on Twitter, and I don't got much other stuff. I'm not.
That's all you need, man.
I'm not a maniac online.
I'm really
So-
curious to see how much that changes when you get to New York and how much more social you have to be
Right.
in the scene.
How fast it is when you get there,
Yeah.
between when you get there and you get your Instagram account all set up and you're taking
and you-
pictures.
Oh,
and
I
shit.
do have an Instagramming at Martin Urbano Jr. I couldn't get.
Okay.
I couldn't get the rights.
I'll revise my
Martin Urbano.
hypothesis, and it'll be how quickly it is
Pornhub.
between when you get there and you start using your Instagram
Like
account.
repeatedly.
Yeah. I got a Snapchat because apparently
fancy.
it's the way of the future or some garbage bullshit like that.
Put the camera on your dick, like just
But-
looking at your dick, and you
Yeah.
just
Bob
click.
Saget's already
I know.
done this, okay?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
if
I
you're going to
know.
New York, you can't steal another New York comedian's stuff. Like, that's the rule, right?
Oh, was that a bit? I thought that was just how you use it. Like,
That's how he used it. That's the reason
So
we can't use it.
I'm just going to throw this out there. You can use it, don't use it, whatever you want to do. I think if you get an open mic, maybe just do a whole set where you say, hey, my act tonight, I'm going to do Carlos Mencia bit you've heard about before.
No,
No? All right.
do Joe Rogan. Rip off Joe Rogan making fun of Carlos Mencia stealing from someone else.
Okay.
If you want to
That
go really
adds-
deep.
That
you know.
adds a level to it. But
Sure.
I'm also not going to do either.
Of course not. No, of course not. Yeah.
you know, what I think you should do. You should be you. You should be you. You should do what you want to do.
Aren't you glad you came tonight?
No.
This is all good.
No, this was horrible.
The drink's still free, though. So you want to change your answer? Jeez.
No.
It's like you made a drink tickets.
Stay honest. Be
Stay-
good.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us.
Yeah.
Hey,
Really
thanks for
appreciate it.
having me.
See you again. Adam, thanks for coming and hanging out with us.
Thank you for having me.
Dylan, thanks for helping me on the show.
Good to be back.
If you like the show, you want to know more about the show, you can go to drunkcastlive.com, drunkcastlive.com. We're on Twitter and Facebook at drunkcastlive. We're 412-440-7468. That's 412-440-SHOT. You can call or text that number. Questions at drunkcastlive. And also, we're in the iTunes store, not Twitter store, the Stitcher store. That's
Yeah.
the thing. And the Google Play store. And somewhere in the bowels of the Wayback Machine online, we're still in the Zune store as a ghost.
The last one.
As it's
The last one.
constantly tormented by demons
Yeah.
in the hell it sits in.
We love you. We'll see you next week.
Lesbian sound, you getting bucked down. Lesbian sound, you getting bucked down. Lesbian sound, you getting bucked down. We come to let you know what the deal is.
What I'm trying to, if I want to think of one thing that's black and white that isn't like maybe like science related, but like what's something that's black and white?
Newspapers.
Yeah. And they're red all over.
They're actually
Thanks, highlights for kids.
Yeah.
design speaking. None of that ink is actually truly black. Just for the record, it's gray, and the paper isn't truly white. It's also a gray.